Hello guys and welcome to another video on DJ Vlogs. Today I'm going to be reviewing Now 100 Hits The Legends. This album is actually out tomorrow, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing it. I'll review the cover, review the disc artwork, and also check out the track list. So first of all, I will review the artwork, then I'll check out the CD artwork, and then I will check out the track list. But before we do, I want to speak about this album. This album isn't out yet. This album is actually out tomorrow, so on the 27th of November, Friday the 27th of November, this album is out tomorrow. And I'm very lucky to have my copy. I managed to get my copy in Morrison's a few days ago. For some reason Morrison's had their copies of this album out early. I'm not too sure why. I don't know if this was a thing in most supermarkets. I have been to a couple of other supermarkets since, and I've noticed that they haven't got the album, so I think it was just a mistake on this Morrison store. But if you would like to get your copy, this album is actually out tomorrow, and I'm going to review the album today and give you my full opinions on it. First of all, I'll check out the cover. This is the cover. I absolutely love it. You've got the background, which is like a goldy colour. You've actually got like lights in the corner, and the text is in like a nice font. It's the font they use for a lot of 100 Hits albums, I've noticed, but the word there is actually on like a different text. It's kind of like it's been scribbled on. I do quite like that. It's different to the rest of the text. It looks quite nice. Also, you've got the text actually in black but outlined in got like a gold colour, which looks really good. 100 Hits in the middle though is actually in white, which I think is quite nice when they have the text in the middle in a different colour than the rest of the text. It stands out a bit better. And at the top it says 5 CD, which means we're going to get 5 CDs in this album. Now let's check out the CD artwork. First of all, we'll start off with CD1. So here is CD1, this is CD1. I absolutely love this. You've got gold as the background. You've got some kind of thing in the middle. I'm not too sure. It kind of starts in the middle and goes up. I'm not too sure what they're supposed to be, like some lines that all start at the bottom and work their way up. I'm not too sure as to what that is supposed to be, but I think it looks quite nice anyway. And at the top we have the title, Now 100 Hits The Legends. One thing that I really do like they've done with this is they've kept the same font they've done for the word there on the cover. It's kind of got that drawn on font that they've used on the cover, which I really liked, and they've kept that for on here. And at the bottom we also have CD1. So now let's have a look at CD2. Here is CD2. I absolutely love it. I think it looks really nice. Of course it says CD2 at the bottom, and we've got the title at the top, Now 100 Hits The Legends, of course keeping the word there in like scribbled on font. We still have the lines on this one like the last one did, but it seems like this one looks a little bit fainter. The other one seemed a little bit brighter. This one looks a little bit fainter. I'm not too sure what the lines are for, but they've kept the lines on from the previous disc. Now let's move on to CD3. Here is CD3. Again, it's the same as the other discs. I really do like the colours they've used, the gold on the background and the text at the top keeping the same colour through the rest of the discs, and also keeping that pattern that they had in the last 2 discs. As I said, I'm really not too sure what it is. It's a little bit strange, but I also kind of like it at the same time. And of course, down the bottom we have a CD3. Now let's move on to CD4. So this is CD4. Again, we've got the same gold colour with the rest of the discs, the title at the top in the same colour as well, in the same font, and we still have those lines again pretty faint on this disc as well, and down the bottom it says CD4. Now let's move on to CD5. This here is CD5. Again, we've still got the rest of the stuff on the other discs. We've got the title in the same font and the same colours. We have CD5 at the bottom, and we still have that pattern. This time for some reason it seems a little bit brighter. I think on the other discs it's a little bit dimmer and a little bit lighter, not easy to see, whereas disc 1 and disc 5 have it quite bright. I'm not too sure what the pattern is. I do quite like it. I'm not too sure as to what it's supposed to be, but I overall quite like the pattern and I think it looks quite nice. Now let's move on to the track list. Said in the title it's got 100 hits, and the track list is actually on the full on the back. We have CD1, CD2, CD3, CD4 and CD5, but when you open up the album here you actually have the track list all here, and for that's the track list for disc 1, and then you open it up and have the track list for disc 2 and so on. But we'll have a look at a couple of songs from each disc. So starting off on CD1, we start off with Faith by George Michael, and we have The Best by Tina Turner, Rehab by Amy Winehouse, I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor, All Night Long by Lionel Richie, Upside Down by Diana Ross, Stand By Me by Benny King, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding, I Heard It Through the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye, and ending disc 1 we have Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley. Moving on to CD2, and we start off with Woman by John Lennon, and we have You Give Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi, Don't Stop by Fleetwood Mac, Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash, Living Thing by Electric Light Orchestra, He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother by the Hollies, Hold Me Close by David Essex, Live and Let Die by Paul McCartney and the Wings, Rocking All Over the World by Status Quo, Town Called Malice by The Jam, and ending disc 2 we have Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash. Moving on to disc 3, and we start off with Why by Annie Lennox, and we also have The Winner Takes It All by ABBA, Sunday Girl by Blondie, Uptown Girl by Billy Joel, I Feel For You by Shaka Khan, Baby One More Time by Britney Spears, What About Us by Pink, Beautiful by Christina Aguilera, Because You Loved Me by Celine Dion, and then in disc 3 we have Angels by Robbie Williams. Moving on now to disc 4, and we start off with Memories Are Made of This by Dean Martin. You've got Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra, I Feel Love by Donna Summer, Move On Up by Curtis Mayfield, ABC by Jackson 5, Baby Love by The Supremes, Saturday Night at the Movies by The Drifters, Being With You by Smokey Robinson, When a Man Loves a Woman by Percy Sledge, and ending disc 4 we have What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. And moving on to disc 5, we start off with Goldfinger by Shirley Bassey. You've got Papa Was a Rolling Stone by The Temptations, Oh Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. You've got I'm Not in Love by 10cc, Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye, At Last by Anita James, Crazy by Patsy Cline, and ending disc 5 and ending the album we have Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley. So that's most of the songs, or a couple of the songs from the album. I think the track list is pretty good. There's got a lot of, as the title says, legends on this album, a lot of big artists that have had loads of songs and sold millions of records. And I kind of, when I did my tracklist predictions in quite a few videos ago, I thought this was going to be what it is, and it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Artists that are big and that have kind of been around for a long time, not just new artists or recent pop-up artists. They are big artists that have had songs that have literally been sold millions of times. I really love the tracklist. I think the tracklist is great, features some absolutely brilliant songs, some massive artists, and some genuinely brilliant songs. So of course, as I said at the start of the video, this album isn't out yet. This album's actually out tomorrow, so if you'd like to get this album, you can do it from tomorrow. And you should be able to get this from, you can of course get it online, so Amazon, HMV Online and Zoom as well. And also you should be able to get it in supermarkets from tomorrow and HMV stores when they reopen from, I think, next week. So that's the album itself. I really like it, and if you're thinking about getting it, I would definitely recommend getting it. So guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. Massively appreciated if you do. Also make sure you subscribe and enable notifications to be notified every time I release a new video, and make sure you follow my Instagram, my Twitter and my Snapchat. That'll be just aside right there, and links to all my social media will be in the description down below. Make sure I come up on all of them. And guys, I'll see you soon for another YouTube video.